helps them to open up and respond to God's invitation and grace, and to provide a place for them to begin to experience Christian fellowship, preparing the way to participation in the big group, which is our Christian community. So it starts really, it's very important that it really starts in small discussion groups. So what are the role of a discussion group leader? To help set the right tone. So that's very important. You're kind of like the beacon of light in the CLP. Most if you are gonna be the discussion leader, you have to maintain that posture of a very welcoming personality. You know,
smile.
Yeah, always smiling. But not just the group discussion leaders. Everybody should be. You know, everybody. Every time we go in there, we have to have that composure of a welcoming personality. So, as Brother Val said, we have to come on time, promptly, in order for us to welcome the participants when they start coming in. You have to greet the participants, and introduce yourselves to them, and be welcoming. So be warm and friendly, even if people are a little stiff at first. Some will really always feel like awkward, or not really belong to the group. We should be more friendly and have that always a smile. We will always wear that smile in our face. Take special care to establish an atmosphere of love and interest in the group. Because if they see what they see, they will really look around what we do. Mm-hmm. They will very observant of what we say, what we do, how we do things, during the Christian Life program. So be very aware of our actions and our demeanor in the Christian Life program. Be joyful. Always wear a smile. Joyful. Don't, if you have a bad day the whole week, or a bad day at work, or whatever,
don't bring it to the self.
Satan will always be there, as Brother Rennie said. So most of the time on the way to CLP, arguments and whatever, kids are being, there's a lot of distractions. But as soon as we stepped into the venue, release all that negative feelings, and wear the armor of God. Be joyful, smile, whatever you do, just keep that smile on your face. So participate enthusiastically in whatever is going on. Sing songs. We need support with the music ministry. We really have to be active. We're there in the CLP because most of the time, people will come and support, and then they will just be there in one corner, chit-chatting with their own, small group there. We should be active. If there's a speaker, we should listen. We should not let just the participants sit there. Everybody should be there listening to the speaker. Because CLP is not just about the participants. It's all of us. Because no matter how many times we hear the talk, every time we hear it, there's something different and new inputs we get, and encouragement we get to help us grow spiritually as well. So don't say that, I've heard that a couple of times. I've heard Brother Rene a couple of times. I've heard Brother Mark. But I tell you, if the Holy Spirit leads you, you will always get something encouraging in every talk. So be there, participate. Pray out where there is an opportunity. Express your prayer in a way that teaches the new people how to pray. So the discussion group leader always start the discussion group with a prayer, because that's how you start inculcating our what do you call that one? Our culture in CFC. In everything that we do, we start in a prayer and end it with a prayer. So thank God for all the providence that we experienced during that day. So The second role of a discussion group leader is to help evangelize those in your discussion group. So remember the names and important details of your discussion group members. So I suggest for whoever will be the group discussion leaders, always have like a notebook with you, a journal or something, to listen, always listen to the participants when they're sharing. Take a note. That's how you know them, you know, and always keep that journal with you all throughout the Christian Life program. So you know how to, you know, how to deal with the individuals, because they are different, and sometimes they have questions that we cannot answer right there and then. So you have to jot down all that, because you can say, I will get back to you on that. It's okay to not always know the answer. You know, don't be like all knowing, because you don't know. Some of the participants are already well versed, Bible wise, whatever. But don't pretend that you know everything. We are all there to learn and to grow spiritually. Just be humble enough to say, oh, I have to get back to you on this. I have to talk to my chapter head. Yeah, so always
the team leader.
Yeah, always be humble. Okay. So tailor the program inputs to your members' needs during the discussion. So you have the freedom to lead discussions as you think best, with the goal of making the message of the talks connect with each one in a personal way. So as a discussion group, you have the control of how the discussion goes. If some of the participants like express something that is out of the context, we don't literally like stop them there, but we just have to remind them that when they share, because sometimes the leading of the Holy Spirit we cannot control as well, right? So but try as much as possible to always remind them that, you know, the sharing should stay within the context of the talk. Follow up regularly with your group members during the week, especially during Module 1 of the CLP. So it's our basic responsibility as the group discussion leaders to always reach out to our members. So after the first session, the orientation, after that first group, that's why you have your journal, because you need to get their information, their contact numbers and email, how they want to be reached out, which one is more convenient to them, either by email, messenger, or call, what time of the day that you can call them. You know, that's very important. So you can follow up with them, like if Friday is our CLP, you can follow up with them in the middle of the week, like, oh, do you need a ride? Or because that's how they feel welcome. You know, that's how we can keep them coming back on the next session. So intercede for them. That is very important. So do spiritual warfare on their behalf, fast and pray for them. So it is not just the group discussion leaders. All of us, we need to be in our best attitude of prayer. So we have to pray, because this is the work of the Lord, and Satan is not happy. So he will do everything in his power to discourage us, to put us down. So we need to pray, and especially the participants. You know, they are the target, because Satan doesn't want them to go back to the Lord. So he will try all his might and power also to get them away from the CLP. So we have to intercede for them. Do whatever is appropriate to bring to issue each one's relationship with Christ. It is your responsibility to help them personally and to do all you can do to bring them to commitment to Christ. So we really have to emphasize that the purpose of the Christian Life program is to bring them back closer to the Lord. Okay? So important general comments. The team members' love for one another and for the participants is a crucial element of the program. That's what I was just saying. You know, whatever they see, if they see us arguing there, or if they see us, you know, not having that good relationship, it truly affects the whole mood of our Christian Life program. Participating in the singing, I've already said that, because that is the way that the participants will learn how to pray. Faithfulness to all meetings is absolutely essential. So some will be like at the end of the talk, or sometimes after the fellowship, everybody just leave. As a service team, we have to meet after the session so that we can regroup, we can discuss what we have done, what we have not done, what will make our Christian life more productive the next time, and if there are issues that we need to discuss, we can discuss it immediately and do a solution for that. Okay, and we can discuss that in our meeting, and we have to try to meet every after CLP. That's very important. So prepare for the sessions by studying the materials. So it's not just the group discussion leaders, as Brother Val said, it is everybody's responsibility to study the materials. Because in case whatever happens, everybody can step back to the plate and do the talk. And if the participants ask questions, whoever it is there can, you know, share the answer. So we sent this manual to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And please make sure to study them also. In that way, we know if we have not tackled everything tonight, you can refer to the manual, and if you have questions, then you can, you know, we have 1 month, at least 1 month to prepare for this Christian Life program. So we have a lot of time to study and be prepared. So leading a discussion group. So as I've said, the discussion groups form and begin right after the talk. So the men and women meet separately, and then the first meeting is as a discussion group. Try to establish relaxed atmosphere. Okay, make them feel relaxed. You know, don't pressure them. If they're not ready to share, that's fine. You know, it may take a while for some people to open up and some people to express, but try to encourage, try to just give them an encouragement, and the Holy Spirit will lead you. Oh, the most important thing is you have to assure them that the principle of confidentiality is at work in your discussion. You have to build that trust that whatever, sometimes that's why they don't want to share, because they don't want to, you know, open up their personal, whatever their personal issues are or whatever. So always, every start of the discussion, remind everybody that whatever is discussed in there stays in there. Nobody will go out and gossip, or, you know, because that would be gossiping. So make them feel that they can truly trust you. But of course, as a discussion leader, if there's an issue that we really need to address, you have to discuss that with the team leader. But then it's a one-on-one discussion. Okay. Words, okay. So far everything is this is kind of like just the repetitive. Don't take up serious theological issues and discussions, okay? Always, because Some of them, as I've said, might be more knowledgeable than
Yeah.
you. So don't start that argument, okay? And sometimes the others will be intimidated as well if somebody is dominating the discussion. So if you could like start it with like, okay, everybody should give a turn, 1 minute. You know, you have to stay on track with the discussions. So. If the participant missed the talk or missed a session, it's the responsibility of the discussion leaders to do makeup sessions for them. Okay, so you have to call them. What is the best time for you to have the makeup sessions? From the previous experience, if they can do it any other day, we have them come earlier before the CLP, and then before it starts, you can do a one-on-one or makeup sessions with them, whatever is convenient or works with everybody's schedule.
But we will try probably to video.
Yeah. We have to assign like one person
So
to
it's
really
not hard then for the DGL to
Yeah,
impart
to make up.
message.
There's a site in the internet library cfceurope.org. So they have all the video, they have the PowerPoint presentations, they have the outlines. You can just download it. It's in Google Drive, and it's easy for you.
Forward.
So everything's in the
Forward
CFP.
group sa akin, so I can post it in our
There is a
group.
new one. They just downloaded it. I think March, bro.
Yeah,
March.
this is March, yeah. March.
Yeah, but sometimes also you have to also know that different speakers has different ways of presenting it and different ideas and But that would be a good source, resource for us just in case something happened. Thank you, Brother Alan. Personal dialogues. So it's a one-on-one between the discussion leader and the participants. Usually this happens after module
Before the experience. Before the
Before the start of talk talk, the last part of repentance and faith.
yeah
Before talk 4.
before talk 4
No. Before the
receiving of the Holy Spirit, right? Or every
Yeah.
module they have to do one-on-one. Oh, there's two one-on-one.
There's two dialogue.
Okay.
After one module,
Uh-huh.
the dialogue. Another
After
module
module.
before the end of the second module, the dialogue.
Okay. All right. So after talk number 4, you will have to
Dialogue.
do the dialogue, and after talk number 8, you have to do dialogue again. The second dialogue is the most important one because that's the preparation for talk 9, which is receiving of the Holy Spirit. So not only you're gonna do a one-on-one with them, but you have to make sure that at least everybody should go to confession. Not just the participants, but all the service teams should go on confession before the receiving of the Holy Spirit. Okay? Because that's when we truly identify if the participant will truly moved on in accepting the Holy Spirit and taking the lifestyle of the Christian life, so that's very critical. So guide questions, we always give out guide questions during during discussion, so you will not be out of the topic. So based on that guide questions, that's how you do your discussion group. These are like repetitive, so I'm just keeping them. So reminders. Okay, so this is the final one. As I've said, the principle of confidentiality is still very much in force. Keep to yourself whatever information is brought out, except what you cannot handle, in which case you should bring the same to the team leader. Any discussion of serious problems should be only with the team leader, or if necessary with the supervising unit head or the chapter head, and should not be specifically taken up during the team meeting. The team meeting is a time for sharing and in general to see where people are at. Always avoid gossip, slander, or any wrong way of speaking about any participant. Inform the team leader immediately of any problem you cannot handle, or of any obstacle to being prayed with for the baptism in the Holy Spirit. Don't wait till prior to the prayer session itself. So you have to. That's why it's very important that you keep the journal, because that's how you know the participant. And then on your second dialogue, you will ask them what they wanted them for us to pray for them, and if they have any special prayer that they want us to pray, and what are the gifts of the Holy Spirit that they wanted to receive during the baptism. Or any serious concern. Thank you. So I guess that's it, brothers and sisters. Thank you, and may God be praised.
Thank you, babes. It's too long.
Ilongga.
Ilongga.
Just kidding. So now that we know what we need to do, what our roles are, what are expected of us, we need to smile, be happy, joyful, and leave our problems away, leave them at home, and go to the CLP alert, alive, and enthusiastic. So.
Bro, I have a sharing. When we had our CLP before during the baptism, so we had a very challenging situation. One of the participants, I'm not sure what's really the proper term. I don't know if she was possessed. We're doing like the speaking of tongues, praying over, and it got serious that she's not stopping. So I'm not sure if there's some evil forces working.